Hi there, RPS staff. It's Mike and Corey here, and want to start out by saying how much we miss you. We miss having our staff in our buildings and doing all of the things that staff do over the summer months. We missed you this spring when you weren't in your classrooms and in your workspaces with students. And we hope that we aren't in a position in the fall to say that we miss you again. We hope that we can come back to school and back to work safely. And we hope that that time is coming soon. But we want to share some things with you today about things that RPS is doing as far as we plan and look for the future. So we want you to know that there are a lot of unknowns and we don't have all the answers, but we do know one thing. We want to work together and we will continue to work together to make sure that RPS is doing what's right for our staff and our students. That includes planning with safety in mind first for our staff and students. So things are going to look different. We know that the new things that we're going to be asking you as staff members to manage are going to be things that we need to train you on, and they're going to be big differences from how we started the 1920 school year. We're all going to be managing a lot of things that we aren't accustomed to managing in an educational setting, and we know that we're going to have to do those things together, and we're going to have to do those things in the interest of safety of our students and our staff. So we have been planning. We've been planning since early June, and we continue to plan to ensure that we can bring people back when it is safe and provide a high quality education to the kids of Rockford, just like we have been doing for years. So Mike's going to fill you in on some of that planning.
Thanks, Corey. So the purpose of our communication today is really to begin an opening a line to talk with you and inform you. We know that we have some time between now and the beginning of the school year, and we want to capitalize on some routine communication because this is a unique time and you deserve to know, and there are many questions, albeit unanswered some at this point and some that we are making some progress on. So let's talk a little bit about the structure first of all that's going on right now. Michigan right now is in the My Safe Start Plan Phase 4 as a state. Michigan recently released the Michigan Safe Schools Return to School Roadmap that aligns with that My Safe Start Plan. We are currently in Phase 4, and the roadmap aligns in phases 1 through 3, which would be non-face-to-face students at home instruction, and then phases 4, which would be aligning with the Safe Start Plan, which is the first time that we're in face-to-face, moving to 5, and then 6, which would be somewhat of our normal instruction with some precautionary measures. So instead of describing the entire roadmap to you, I'd like for you to know that we're using it to guide our district planning. If you'd like to learn more about the pieces that we are very much honing in on, Phase 3 is located on page 15 through 19. Phase 4, pages 22 through 32. The roadmap is attached to this email. I would encourage you to review those pages and you'll get a sense as to some of the pieces that are being worked around right now. We have a few district committees that are working at the administrative level, and then with input through our teaching teams and our union as well that I'd like to share with you. First of all, we have an instruction committee at the elementary and secondary level. We have a special education committee, a social emotional learning committee, and a health, safety, and operations committee. All of these committees are doing some big picture framework planning around this roadmap at this time. This week, we met with academic excellence team members and union members to also gather their input so that over the course of the next couple weeks, together, we can work into a roadmap for our own district that can be applied at the building level in August.
So beginning August 3rd, you can expect some different things as we prepare you to start the school year. One of those things is routine print and video communications about the plan for the start of the school year, whatever that might look like. The landscape is changing, but we're committed to begin those communications with you at least weekly beginning August 3rd. So we're going to take a couple more weeks to continue to process this information, and then you can expect those communications to come from our offices jointly. Something else you can expect is building specific communication from your building principal. That will include things like emails, that may include phone calls, and it will also include some voluntary staff meeting time that you might be able to come if you choose via an online modality to ask questions of your building principal as we begin the process of re-entry. Something else you can expect from our district is using our PD time to ensure that you're adequately prepared to implement any kind of mitigation strategies, any kind of learning differences that we might have as far as the classroom environment goes, and also more work on the priority standards as we plan for that re-entry in the fall of 2020.
Typically, a teacher has a clear list of opportunities or tasks to do between now and the beginning of the school year. This year's different. We know that the beginning of the year will look in a very different way than it has in the past. However, we want you to know what you can do now. First of all, we want you to fill out the survey that'll allow us to assist in our staffing planning for the fall. It's linked at the bottom of this email. Please provide whatever information you feel comfortable. Second of all, breathe and relax. This is a changing landscape. You can get information so easily that may or may not be applicable to Rockford. We will inform you along the way and make sure that you feel supported and knowledgeable as we begin our school year. Third, please monitor your email. It's going to be the way that we communicate with you through print or these video messages. And lastly, please take advantage of the last few weeks of summer. We know that the start of the school year is coming. We know that there will be prep work to do for, as always, to kick off the beginning of the year. So take advantage of the time that we have now. Again, Rockford, we very much are looking forward to seeing you. We wish you well, and we very much miss you.
And thank you so much for your continued patience and flexibility as we work together through what is a very challenging educational time. We really appreciate you and look forward to seeing you soon.